All right, so now we know kind of where we can go. And you know, before we start, can you just do another lateral view of just kind of this comparison of, you know, of just where we were. You know, I made a small run, maybe took 3/16 off, maybe a quarter off, but we still have such a long ways to go on such a little frame horse. So what we're going to do is just try to find out what his true length really is that's appropriate for him, but he's going to be the one that dictates it. And what I mean by dictate is that I'm just only going to honor where that life soul layer is, that life soul plane. So because he's extremely long, I'm going to have an extreme cut as far as, you know, changing the whole plane of his angle. And it may, so what I mean by changing the plane, because his heels are so forward and this heel is actually collapsing in, we'll deal with that in a minute. But I have to get this horse from negative territory into at least positive, and I'm positive we can do that even on this shoeing. But because his bars have been taken away, I'm going to be real careful in maintaining, you know, and creating a new bar for him to just support him from here on out, never removing that again unless it's just the foot tells me that it has to because it's detached and fractured, but that's for another day. But I just want to find where his true apex really is. See, I want to detach that from there and just see really where we're at. I know we're really close because we've already hit live sole up at the toe, but just for future reference, I just kind of want to see where that chalky material kind of ends right at the apex of the frog, and try just to, you know, help this little guy out where he never has to get to that angle that he's been at for the last few rounds. And the guy doesn't have to be too extreme, and it's still chalky, but I'm not going any further than that. You know, that's plenty for him. So because there's still a little bit of chalk there, I'm just going to clean that up just a little bit more through there. But I like to see this distance from the true apex to the ground bearing surface of the sole, and I'm just guessing that could be 3/4 of an inch, just shy of an inch. So I know that he's not in danger of actually being too close to the ground, and this is not going to be an over trim by any means. That's probably the reason why he got to this place that he was at. But anyway, so let's just see what that looks like. Get a little crampy being in that cradle, but we're getting closer to where he actually wants to be, and even at that length, I mean, that's getting short enough to where he can actually do his job. That's a great performing length there for him. We haven't over trimmed him. He still needs to probably have that breakover back a little bit more. But this is only day one, shoeing one, and a few months from now, it'll be really cool to see where he winds up.